Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Bhaktaranda ki Radhe Shri Patita Pavane Navepyo Namo Namaha Ananda ki Jai Nam Haridas Thakur ki Jai प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु all glories to the assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. Welcoming all of you to the mid-morning japa session. I thank all for giving this session and giving your very beautiful association. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. Part of
Hare Krishna, Yashomati Mataji, we can't hear you. Is it problem from my side or?
No, Mataji, we also cannot hear. I was also wondering what's happening. Thank you for speaking.
Okay, Mataji, she's back here, I think so. Or Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, can you please take over as Prabhuji is already on the call?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Vachakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu bhyeva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. May I know who all joined this morning? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. So glories to Prabhupada, glories to Guru Maharajas and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Kirti Dasundari Dasi.
Hare Krishna, Kirtida Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Hare Krishna, welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. This is Preeti Vilasni Devidasi from Atlanta.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasni Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Or else we'll start the recording.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can you hear me now?
Yes, Mataji, we can hear you now.
Oh,
Mataji.
okay. Oh,
Yeah. Recording started, Mataji.
sure. Well, before we start the class, I would like to read today's quote by Srila Prabhupada. A devotee knows how to engage himself and others in the service of Krishna completely, as well as all the wealth of the world in the matter of propagating Krishna consciousness. Rest assured. Later to Guru Krat Das, September 1st, 1974. I like this quote, just like Vinita Gandharvika Mataji engaged all of us in the service of the Krishna consciousness. So today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Adi Gadadhar Das Prabhuji to enlightening us on the topic of Sri Caitanya Bhagavat Adi Khanda chapter 11 verses 77 to 84. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Dandvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Guru Maharaj and Sri Guru and Gauranga. Thank you very much for giving your very, very valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening us on this topic. Now, Prabhuji, I hand over the call to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji, for kindly hosting this Hari Katha. I am very grateful to you. Let us get started. Today we are going to read from Sri Caitanya Bhagavat, Adi Khanda, chapter 11, text 77 to text 84. So before we get started, following our Vaishnava culture, we will recite the auspicious prayers, Mangalacharan prayers, all of us together. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Caitanya Manobhishtham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So dear devotees, we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, Adi Khanda chapter 11, text 77. This chapter describes Sri Ishwar Puripad meeting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Navadvip. Srila Ishwar Puri is the revered spiritual master of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Ishwar Puripad comes to Sridham Mayapur. He is a sannyasi, a disciple of Sripad Madhavendra Puri. And he comes straight to the house of the greatest devotee living in Sridham Mayapur. And that is Sri Advaita Acharya. Sri Advaita Acharya is engaged in worshipping, doing puja seva of Sri Shaligram Dev, his Shaligram Shila. Tulasi Jalamatrena. He is worshipping Shaligram Shila with Ganga Jal and Tulasi leaves and Tulasi manjaris. Shri Ishwar Puripad comes and sits down at a distance, just observing this pure devotee, Shri Advaita Acharya, engaged in worshipping Shaligram Shila. Shri Advaita Acharya, he looks at Shri Ishwar Puripad, not knowing who this Vaishnava is, and he offers all respect to Shri Ishwar Puri. He interrupts his puja seva to Shaligram Shila, gives his full attention to Shri Ishwar Puri and asks him, Vaishnava Thakur, who are you? Please, can you introduce yourself to all of us? Shri Ishwar Puripad, out of his natural humility, he replies that I am the lowest of all. I am very patit. I am just very low Shudra. That is a natural humility. He did not say, my name is Ishwar Puri. As my name suggests, I am a sannyasi. I am better than Brahman. Sannyasi is the highest in the Varnashram system. I am the highest. And I am the disciple of the great Shripad Madhavendra Puri, Nitya Siddha, Paramhams, Shuddha Vaishnava. No. Shri Advaita Acharya is a grihastha with wife and children, whereas Shri Ishwar Puripad is a renounced sannyasi, and grihasthas are supposed to offer all respect to the sannyas ashram. But still Shri Ishwar Puripad takes a lower position and says, I am lower than a Shudra. Naturally it comes out. Then let's see what happens. Text 77. Bhujiya mukunda eka krishnera charita gaite lagila ati premera sahita. All the translations and purports are by Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada, the revered spiritual master of our beloved founder Acharya, Sri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Understanding the situation, bhujiya means understanding. Understanding the situation, what was going on between Advaita Acharya and Sri Ishwar Puri. Mukunda, who was one of the associates of Sri Advaita Acharya in Navadvip, Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur, Ramai Pandit, Haridas Thakur, Mukunda, Vasudev, Shuklambar Brahmachari, Kolavecha Sridhar, Shivananda Sen, they were all associates, they were all Vaishnavas living in Sridham Mayapur. But most of the people, they were karmakandis or impersonalists. They were after bhukti or mukti. But there were some Shuddha Vaishnavas also. And they kept to themselves. They associated with each other. So understanding the situation, what was going on between Sri Ishwar Puripad and Sri Advaita Acharya, Mukunda began to sing a song about Krishna. How? Not mechanically, not for prestige, not to attract attention, not to appear very melodious, but with great devotion. Understanding the situation, Sri Mukunda began to sing a song about Krishna with great devotion. Bhujiya Mukunda Eka Krishnera Charita. Krishnera Charita. He started singing a song about Krishna Lila, Krishna Guna. Gaite Lagila Ati Premera Sahita. Started singing with lot of love, with full absorption and prem, devotion. Started singing. That is the standard. Shuddhanam means to chant for the pleasure of one's Ishtadev. That is Shuddhanam. To chant not with any ulterior motive, not to chant to finish one's Sankhya, not to chant to become a guru, not to chant to gain respect, not to chant to gain some wealth or good fortune or long life, and not to chant to become free from all suffering and become liberated. No. Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishware bhavatat bhakti ahaituki. Ahaituki. I have no desire. My only desire is Ainanda Tanuja Kinkara. How can I serve you? I just want to become your das. Just want to serve you, my dear Krishna. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. I want to please you and serve you. That's all. That is called great devotion, devotional service. So Mukunda started singing a very beautiful song about Krishna with great devotion. Let's see what was the result. Text 78. Jai matra shunilena mukunde ragite padila ishwara puri dhali prithivite. As the sound of Mukunda's sweet singing entered the ears, Sri Ishwar Puri fell to the ground. Aha. Jai matra shunilena mukunde ragite padila Ishwara Puri dhali prithivite. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ji Maharaj writes in the purport, the heart of Sri Ishwar Puripad was melted. Hriday dravit ho gaya. The heart of Sri Ishwar Puripad was melted by the love-filled singing of Sri Mukunda. Not by the melodious voice or accompaniments of instruments. No. By the love-filled singing. Shuddhanam. Love-filled singing of Mukunda. And Sri Ishwar Puripad's body displayed ecstatic transformations of love. the Ashta Sattvic Vikar, the transformations of love, like shedding of tears, hair standing on end, voice getting choked up, body trembling, becoming stunned. The shedding of artificial tears by pseudo sampradaya members who imitate the transcendental position of the actual Vaishnavas simply results in their being deprived of the devotees' association. Let us analyze this sentence by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Very deep sentence. The shedding of artificial tears by pseudo devotees who are just imitating the actual Vaishnavas, it results in them being deprived of the devotee association. Now, my question to all of you is, please raise your hand if you would like to respond. How is this possible? How does this happen? When we imitate pure devotees, how is it that we are deprived of devotee association? Because I can imitate and I can still join Bhakti Sangha. I can imitate and I can still go to the temple. So why it is said by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada that they will be deprived of devotees association? Who can explain this? Yes, Kirtida Sundari Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. As per my understanding, Prabhuji, when we try to imitate somebody, then especially the pure sadhakas, the pure devotees, then we don't have yet any adhikar to come on that level. But when we are imitating means we are going beyond our adhikar. And when we go beyond our adhikar, there might be some offenses that we perform. And when we perform some offenses, when we do commit some offenses, then definitely there will be fall in bhakti.
Very good point. So Kirtida Sundari Mataji is saying that by imitating the more advanced devotees and by presenting oneself as more advanced than we actually are, there is a tendency to commit offenses. In fact, Mataji is very right. In fact, one of the offenses, according to Hari Bhakti Vilas, is to imitate one's spiritual master. So if one's spiritual master has certain mannerisms, certain way of talking, certain actions, and we imitate the actual actions of our spiritual master, we imitate the spiritual master, that is actually one of the offenses. One should not imitate the way Prabhupada talks or our Guru Maharajas talk. We should not imitate. Just be natural. Just be the way Krishna has made you and be the best you can. Bloom where you are planted. Just bloom where you are planted. Krishna has made everyone differently. Everyone is unique. Just bloom where you are planted. Be the best who you are. But don't try to imitate the pure devotees to gain respect. So that is one. Offensive mentality. Ananya, can you shed some more light? Any other perspective on this?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanna Pranam. I just heard the same thing from you in a previous class, where you were mentioning that this deprivation from the association of devotees does not happen quickly, but it does happen gradually. It is not that suddenly we stop going to the temple or associating with devotees, but gradually we stop associating with them. We go into a materialistic path. So this happens gradually.
That is also correct. Sometimes the reaction takes time. Just like when we get an infection, the symptoms may not manifest that very minute. There is an incubation period of few days before the disease manifests. So it may take time. That's why it may appear that someone who is imitating is still attending the program, still attending satsang. Nothing is happening. He has not got leprosy yet. He has not got cholera yet. But it's just a matter of time. Like an example is given, just like when we commit Vaishnava Prad, it is called Hati Mata. It is a mad elephant offense. And our Bhakti Lata, the creeper of devotion, is uprooted. Unmulanam. It is uprooted and thrown down. Now, if you see a plant that has been uprooted by a storm and it's thrown away, it's completely uprooted. But for several days, the leaves will still appear green. But that doesn't mean that the tree is healthy. It is completely uprooted. It is gone. It's just a matter of time. Within few weeks, everything will become dry and shriveled up. That is a good perspective. But I'm looking for one more insight. Shreya Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavat Pranam. Prabhuji, we can imitate their activities, but we cannot imitate their mood behind.
Very nice.
So we cannot imitate their mood.
Yes. Shripad Ayendra Prabhu, he had his unique way of performing Harinam Sankirtan. Shripad Ayendra Prabhu. And many times some boys would imitate his tunes and try to sing like Shripad Ayendra, do all those movements and try to imitate Shripad Ayendra Prabhu. Shripad Ayendra Prabhu said, you can imitate my singing, you can imitate my melodies, but you cannot imitate my bhav. Bhav cannot be imitated. And this Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in his commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. When a Mataji is pregnant, she is 9 months pregnant and she goes into labor. There is labor pain. When she is about to deliver, a Mataji goes into labor pain, where the uterus starts contracting and the child is going to come out. That is called labor pain. It's a painful condition. Becomes more and more intense, more and more frequent as the labor progresses until the child is born. That is real, that is genuine. Now imagine if a Mataji is not pregnant, but she also wants to imitate labor pains. Oh, my stomach is hurting, my belly is hurting. Oh, yes, I'm getting cramps, I'm getting pain. She's imitating labor pain. And someone who doesn't know may think, oh, this is actual labor pain. She may put a cushion under the sari and her belly may appear big as if she's pregnant. And she may say, oh, my belly is hurting. I have gone into labor. Help me. I'm getting pain. So a person who doesn't know the truth may get cheated into thinking that, oh, this lady has gone into labor. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his commentary asks a question, that woman can imitate labor pain, but can that woman give birth to a child? No, because there is no pregnancy. So similarly, a pseudo devotee may shed tears and cry. Even the actors and actresses in Bollywood and Hollywood are crying, but they are simply acting. Similarly, a pseudo Vaishnava may act in the assembly of devotees and shed tears and cry to gain respect. But will he get Krishna? No. Just like an imitating woman in artificial labor will not be able to produce a child, will not be able to get a child. Similarly, a pseudo devotee who is imitating ecstatic symptoms will never be able to get Krishna. Not possible. Srila Chakravarti Path says. So very good. Very nice insight, Shreya Mataji. Parima Mataji, I'm looking for one more reason why they will be deprived, pseudo devotees will be deprived of association of Vaishnavas.
Prabhuji, if a jackal wears the hide of a tiger, one day he has to shed that hide and the truth will come out, which will make the devotees realize that this is a jackal in the hide of a tiger. Because I was just going to add what Shreya Mataji said, that you cannot imitate the mood. If I dress up like my physics professor, I wear glasses like him, I preach like him, I still will not have the knowledge that my professor has. So that the truth will always come out, because if you cannot internalize bhakti, you can never be a devotee. And if you cannot be a PR devotee,
then what will happen once the truth comes out? The question is how they will be deprived of devotee association.
Prabhuji, the devotees will move away from him.
The devotees might him. Yes, because asat sanga tyag, Vaishnava.
Yes. So
sanga tyago sato vritti. Shadbir bhakti prasiddhati. Yes, we have to give up bad association and sato vritti. We have to associate with, follow in the footsteps of the real devotees. So devotee, very good Parima Mataji, excellent point. It will be, the truth will be discovered. Satyameva jayate. Yeah. The truth will come out and then the devotees will leave association. Now I would like to share one more insight. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is saying, the shedding of artificial tears by pseudo Vaishnavas who imitate the actual Vaishnavas simply results in their being deprived of devotees association. Now please pay attention how this happens. First, we have to understand what is association. What is sadhu sangha? Sadhu sangha sarva shastra ka hai. Lava matra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hai. Yes, A fraction of a moment of association with a sadhu, sarva siddhi hai, can give us all spiritual perfections. But what is sadhu sangha? What is association of devotees? Our acharyas have explained that association of devotees means three things. Number one, there should be enquiry. We should enquire from the sadhu. Like we are reading every morning in Jaiva Dharma, Vrajanath is enquiring from Sri Raghunath Das Babaji Mahashay. Parikshit Maharaj enquires from Sri Shukadev Goswami. Arjun enquires from Sri Krishna. Uddhav enquires from Sri Krishna. Shaunak Adi Rishis enquire from Sri Suta Goswami. Bahulashva Maharaj enquires from Shripad Narad Muni. So every scripture, practically speaking, is a series of inquiries by a disciple to the spiritual master. So sadhu sangha, association means number one, to inquire from a sadhu. Number two, to carefully listen to the instructions of the sadhu, that is transmission of information. And number three, that transmission of information should lead to transformation. Nashta moha smritir labda tat prasadat maya achyuta. Oh Achyut, all my moha is gone. That should happen. Karishye vachanam tava. Now I will do as you say. So association or sadhu sangha, devotee association means three things. Number one, to inquire from the sadhu. Number two, to hear the instructions, the upadesh of the sadhu, to hear upadeshamrit, the nectar of instructions of the sadhu mahatma, to hear it attentively. And number three, that hearing should lead to transformation. That is association. Now, let us come back to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's statement. The shedding of artificial tears by pseudo-devotees who imitate the actual Vaishnavas simply results in their being deprived of devotees association. So if there is a pseudo-Vaishnava who is artificially shedding tears to gain respect, will that pseudo-devotee be able to do these three things? He is not meeting with sadhus to inquire from them, to hear from them, and to apply those instructions in one's life. He is going there to shed artificial tears, to distract the assembly, to attract attention, and to gain respect. So where is association happening? There is no association. That's why Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is saying such a pseudo-Vaishnava will be, pseudo-devotee will be deprived of association. Because association means to humbly inquire, attentively hear, and carefully create a transformation in one's life. That is association. That will not happen because the pseudo-devotee is simply going there to attract attention and gain respect and become more puffed up. Hare Krishna. I hope that was okay. We'll continue the purport. Realizing their ineligibility, persons whose hearts are steel framed display artificial duplicitous emotions to attract people. This falls in the category of pretentious emotions. This is not bhav. This is pretentious emotions. It is artificial. Text 79. Nayanera jale anta nahi katahana puna puna bade prema dhararapayana. The prem dasha of Shripad Ishwar Puripad is described in this verse. Nayanera jale anta nahi katahana punah punah bade prem dhararapayan. Incessant tears flowed from the eyes of Shripad Ishwar Puri. And the waves of his love, prem taranga, the waves of his love increased again and again. Punah punah bade prem. His love kept on increasing, kept on increasing. Tears kept flowing, kept flowing, kept flowing. Aste vyaste advaita tulila nija kole Shinchitaha ila anganayane rajale. Shri Advaita Prabhu, aste vyaste, hastily, he took Shri Ishwar Puripad in his arms. And his entire body became wet with Shripad Ishwar Puripad's incessant tears. Very sweet. We are on the banks of Ganga in Shantipur. The leader of all the Brahman Vaishnavas is Shri Advaita Acharya Prabhu. He worships his Shaligram Shila. And all the assembled Vaishnavas, they respect Shri Advaita Acharya. And they are doing Nam Sankirtan as he is doing Puja Seva. He is giving up his Puja Seva. He is giving up deity worship in the middle and going to personally hold Shri Ishwar Puripad, who has become unsteady because of ecstasy. He's about to faint and fall in ecstasy. So Shri Ishwar Puripad gives up service to Thakurji and runs to Shri Ishwar Puripad. Anyone else could have held Shri Ishwar Puripad. But out of love and respect, Shri Advaita Acharya interrupts his Puja Seva and goes and holds Shri Ishwar Puripad. And as a result, the Prem Ashru, the Pranay Ashru, the tears of love of Shri Ishwar Puripad bathe Shri Advaita Acharya. To be bathed by the pure tears of love of a great Vaishnava is such a spiritually purifying and uplifting experience. Because these are not just tears secreted by the lacrimal glands near the eyes of a human being. These are pranay ashru. These are tears of love. So when you come in contact with those pranay ashru, tears of love, you are coming in touch with Krishna Prem. Those tears are Krishna Prem personified. This is such a sweet exchange between two advanced devotees. Shri Advaita Acharya is not feeling envious. Shri Mukunda Datta sang Krishna Geet. He sang a beautiful song glorifying Krishna. I also heard it. I did not experience ecstasy. I could not manifest these ecstatic symptoms. And this unknown visitor is manifesting these symptoms, and now everybody is going to give him respect. No. Nirmatsaranam satam. Pure devotees are nirmatsar. They are non-envious. Non-enviousness is a quality of a pure devotee. Shri Advaita Acharya, being in the role of a Shuddha Vaishnava, pure devotee, he did not feel any envy or unhealthy competitiveness. In fact, he gave up his puja seva. He could have justified, I'm in the middle of my archana, just someone can you help him, can just settle him down a little bit while I do my puja seva. This is more important. This is not more important. This is not more important. Ye me bhakta jana partha name bhaktascha te jana mad bhaktanam chaye bhaktas te me bhakta uttama mata. One who is devotee of my devotee is most dear to me. Aradhananam sarvesham vishnor aradhana param. But tasmad parataram devi tadyanam sam archanam. Worship of devotee is the highest, more important than worship of Krishna. Mad bhakta puja vyadhika. Shri Advaita Acharya is practically demonstrating this principle. Therefore, a pure devotee is called Bhagavat. There are two Bhagavats. There is the Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam and there is the Bhaktottama Bhagavat. The topmost devotee is also called Bhagavat. And the topmost Grantha, topmost spiritual literature is also called Bhagavat. Two Bhagavats are there. And both are very important. Shri Advaita Acharya is the embodiment of the principle that Srimad Bhagavatam teaches. Therefore, Shri Advaita Acharya is also Bhagavat. Text 81. Samvarana nahe prema punah punah bade santoshe mukunda uchcha kari shloka pade. The symptoms of ecstatic love continue to increase rather than decrease as Shri Mukunda Datta began to loudly, Uchchaswara, loudly began to recite appropriate verses. Uchchakari shloka pade. And Mukunda was doing it very happily. Santoshe, Mukunda Uchchakari shloka pade. Samvarana nahe, it did not diminish. Prema punah punah bade. It kept on increasing. Prabhu Rashik Shashak Sloka Jai Padhe Shune Krishna Prema Bhakti Tara Bade Dine Dine. Anyone who reads Prabhura Shikshashtaka Shloka Jai Padhe Shune, anyone who reads or hears Shri Caitanya Shikshashtakam, Krishna Prema Bhakti Tara Bade Dine Dine. Day after day, his bhakti will keep on increasing. So, Samvarana nahe prema punah punah bade. Santoshe Mukunda Uchcha Kari Shloka pade. Shri Mukunda Datta continued to recite Krishna Stuti, different verses glorifying Krishna. And Shri Ishwar Puripad's ecstasy kept on increasing in proportion. Vah! Dekhiya Vaishnava Saba Premera Vikar Atula Ananda Mane Janmila Sabar. This is a sign of a real Vaishnava. Dekhiya Vaishnava Saba Premera Vikar. When the assembled Vaishnavas, they saw the ecstatic manifestations of Sri Ishwar Puripad, their hearts were filled with incomparable happiness. Atula Anandamane Janmila Sabar. All of them experienced in their hearts and their minds incomparable happiness because they are having darshan of such a great Rasika Vaishnava as Sri Ishwar Puripad. Premera Vikar. Dekhiya Vaishnava Saba Premera Vikar. When all the Vaishnavas saw the ecstatic manifestations of love in the transcendental body of Sri Ishwar Puripad, they experienced incomparable bliss. Atula Ananda Mane Janmila Sabar. All of them experienced. That means all the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are pure devotees. This is the nature of a devotee. Para Sukha Sukhi and Para Dukha Dukhi. When the devotee sees someone in forgetfulness of Krishna, even though that person may be enjoying wealth and sense gratification, dhanam, janam, sundarim, but a devotee feels very sad. Arey, bichara. Doesn't have higher taste. Doesn't know what is the bliss of Krishna Sankirtan. Anandam buddhi vardhanam pratipadam purna amritap swadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Feel sorry. Oh Krishna, please give him Krishna Prem. Give him love for you so that he will understand what is real Ananda. That's how a devotee feels. But when a devotee sees someone actually experiencing Krishna Prem, Premera Vikar, then what happens? Atula Anandamade Janmila Sabar. They become very happy. This is the nature of a devotee. Whenever a devotee sees someone going away from Krishna, the devotee petitions Krishna, oh Krishna, hey Krishna, please save these souls. Taba kripa hale mora katha shuddha habe shuniya sabara shoka dukha je ghuchibe. Our beloved founder Acharya, Nitya Lila Pravishta Shri Srimad Abhay Charana Arvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ji on Jaladuta wrote this beautiful prayer. Taba kripa habe mora katha shuddha habe. O Krishna, if you bestow your mercy upon me, then my Krishna Katha will become pure and potent. What I'm going to speak in America, it will become pure and potent. And what will happen? What will be the result? Shuniya sabara shoka dukkha je ghuchido. When all these Western people hear this Hari Katha, which has been purified by you, my dear Krishna, then by hearing your Katha, all their sorrow, all their depression will go away. Shuniya sabara shoka dukkha je ghuchibe. Sarve sukhano bhavantu. Krishna wants everyone, Srila Prabhupada wants everyone to be happy in Krishna consciousness. So this is the nature of a devotee. When they see others sad, they petition to Krishna, please help them. And when they see someone making progress in Krishna consciousness, when they see someone tasting the bliss, the ecstasy of Krishna consciousness, they feel very happy. When someone receives Krishna Kripa, Krishna's mercy, the real Vaishnavas, genuine Vaishnavas feel great happiness. Pratap Rudrera Bhagya Dekhi Bhaktagane Rajare Prashamsa Sabe Anandita Mane. When Maharaj Pratap Rudra was not getting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, the devotees were trying different ways, different yuktis, how to get Mahaprabhu the mercy, how to get Pratap Rudra the mercy of Mahaprabhu. But when Maharaj Pratap Rudra finally got the embrace, Tava Kathamritam Shloka Rajaya Padhila Uthi Prema Veshe Prabhu Alingana Kaila. When Maharaj Pratap Rudra chanted the 9th verse of Gopi Gita, Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam, Mahaprabhu could not contain his ecstasy anymore. Uthi Prema Veshe Prabhu Alingana Kaila. Immediately Mahaprabhu got up and embraced Maharaj Pratap Rudra. Pratap Rudra Bhagya Dekhi Sarva Bhakta Jana Rajare Prasamsa Sab Anandita Mana. When the assembled devotees, and there were thousands of devotees of Mahaprabhu there in Rath Yatra, when they saw Maharaj Pratap Rudra become the recipient of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's kripa, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, they started glorifying Maharaj Pratap Rudra. Rajara Prashansa Sava, Anandita Mana. And they've experienced great ananda. They were very happy that Maharaj Pratap Rudra has got the mercy finally of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the heart of a Vaishnava. The Vaishnava's hearts were filled with incomparable happiness. Atula Ananda Mane Janmila Sabar Dekhiya Vaishnava Sabha Premera Vikar. Text 83. Pache Sabe Chini Lena Shri Ishwara Puri Prema Dekhi Sabe Isanare Hari Hari. Pache Sabe Chini Lena Shri Ishwara Puri. Later on, Pache, later, when they learned that this great Vaishnava sadhu who was shedding tears of love upon hearing glorification of Shri Krishna, he is the famous, distinguished Vaishnava Thakur, Shri Ishwar Puripad. Prema Dekhi Sabai Sanare Hari Hari. Then all the devotees, Smarane Hari Hari, they started remembering Lord Hari. That is the nature of a Vaishnava. Uttam Adhikari reminds everyone of Krishna. Pache Sabe Chini Lena, Chini Lena means to understood, when they learned that it was Sri Ishwar Puripad, this is the famous Ishwar Puripad. Prema Dekhi Sabai Sanare Hari Hari. Then all the devotees, they were very, very happy. Oh, we got darshan of Ishwar Puripad. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. They started remembering Hari. Last verse. Ei Mata Ishwara Puri Navadvipa Pure Alakshite Bule Nachi Nite Kehanare. In this way, as Shri Ishwar Puri wandered about Shri Navadvip Dham in disguise, Alakshite, in disguise, under disguise, no one was able to recognize him. Chinite keha nare. No one could understand that this is the illustrious, great Ishwar Puripad who rendered personal service to Sripad Madhavendra Puri as Sripad Madhavendra Puri was manifesting his uppercut, his pastime of leaving this world, his Tirobhav Leela, as Sripad Madhavendra Puri was crying in separation from Radha and Krishna. In the mood of Srimati Radharani when Krishna had left for Mathura. Ai Deena Dayardra Nath He Mathura Nath Kadavalokyase Se Hridayam Twadaloka Kataram Daita Brahmyati Kim Karomyaham. Daita Brahmyati Kim Karom. What should I do? What should I do? Where has my Krishna gone? Kaha Mora Prananath. Where is my Prananath Krishna? How can I live without him? Kaha Mora Prananath Murali Vadan. Kaha Yaun Kaha Pao Vrajendra Nandan. Where is my Murali Vadan Krishna? One who plays on the Murali. Where is he gone? Where is he gone? Kaha Mora Prananath Murali Vadan. Kaha Yaun Kaha Pao Vrajendra Nandan. Where should I go? What should I do? How can I get Vrajendra Nandan back? This is the Viraha Dasha. This is the divine ecstasy that Srimati Radharani was feeling in separation from Krishna. And this is our upasana. Parakya Vipralambha Bhav. We are upasak, we are worshippers of this mood. Parakya Bhav. Parakya Bhave Jaha Brajete Prachar. Jaya 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 Jwala Sarva Rasasar. Parakya Bhav Jaha Brajete Prachar. This is our movement. We are not upasaks of the Swakya Bhav. We are upasaks of the Parakya Bhav, where Radha and Krishna are not married. And Parakya Bhav means there will be separation. There will be Viyog. There will be Vipralam. And Ishwar Puripad rendered great service to Sripad Madhavendra Puri in those last few days by constantly chanting Krishna Nam, constantly chanting verses describing Krishna Rupa Madhuri and Krishna Leela Madhuri. Constantly he did the service on a spiritual level. On a physical level, yes, with his own hands, he was cleaning after Sripad Madhavendra Puri. Because Sripad Madhavendra Puri had become very old and weak and frail, physically invalid. But he would wipe his tears. He would clean after him when he responded to nature's call. He would bathe his Guru Maharaj. Vishrambhena Gurur Seva. With intimacy, he served. Changing clothes, putting on tilak for Gurudev. Chanting verses from Srimad Bhagavatam for Shri Gurudev. Chanting Krishna Nam. Singing Krishna Nam for the pleasure of Gurudev. This is a very confidential, intimate service. But Shri Ishwar Puripad did not advertise himself in Navadvip. That, see, I have come, I am a great Vaishnava sadhu. No. Alakshite. He remained alakshit. He remained hidden. And this is the nature of a true Vaishnava. We have to hide our bhajan. Apanero bhajan katha na kohibe yatha tatha. We should hide the good fortune that we have received. We have to hide the good fortune that we have received. At the same time, we have to share the good fortune that we have received. You see, that is our movement. Achara prachara namer karha dui karya tumi sarva guru tumi jagatera arya. We have to do achar. We have to practice and do bhajan and prachar. And by bhajan, whatever good fortune we have received, we have to share it with others. This is the art. It is like walking on a razor's edge. Because pratishtha follows a devotee. But a devotee avoids it at all cost. Gopinath stole the kheer for Sripad Madhavendra Puri. He became famous as Kheer Chor Gopinath, And Sripad Madhavendra Puri also became famous as the one who made Gopinath into Khirchor Gopinath. Everybody wanted to offer respect to Sripad Madhavendra Puri. And what did Sripad Madhavendra Puri do? He left that place to escape being respected and came to Jagannath Puri for his seva to get sandalwood. But his fame had already reached Jagannath Puri. Everybody knew, oh, here comes Sripad Madhavendra Puri. That is what happens. Fame follows a devotee, but a devotee is not attached, because a devotee is attached to Krishna, and devotee knows, if I become affected by fame and pratishtha, appreciation, distinction, glorification, then I will lose Krishna. I will lose Krishna. Mahaprabhu clearly says, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadish kamve. I don't want to be known as a great kavi, a learned pandit. Na janam, I don't want followers. And definitely na sundarim, I don't want to enjoy my senses. And I don't want wealth also, na dhanam. Therefore, we have to be careful. Hari Katha, Hari Kirtan is not for earning money. It is not to maintain one's livelihood. It is meant for apana shodhite. It is meant for self-purification. And it is meant as service to others. This is the standard. And this is the standard that we are all expected to follow as followers of Srila Prabhupada. So, many parallels with this pastime that we discussed today. There is a pastime that all of us will read in the future. It is in this Adi Khanda of Sri Caitanya Bhagavat, comes later on, where there was a snake charmer. And the snake charmer was, actually, let me read a little bit. Well, we have 10 minutes, so let's read. It's got a lot of parallels with the story that we read. Ara eka shunatana adbhuta akhyan nagaraja yekahila mahima tahan. This is Sri Caitanya Bhagavat, Adi Khanda, chapter 16, text 198. Srila Vrindavan Thakur is saying, now please hear another wonderful incident in which Sri Haridas Thakur's glories were narrated by the king of the snakes. Eka dina bada eka lokera mandire sarpakshata dankanache vividha prakare. One day a snake charmer was dancing in the courtyard of a wealthy man. Mridanga mandira gita tara mantra ghore danka bedi sabai gaye na ucha sware. Someone played a mridanga, someone played kartal, as people loudly sang on all sides of the snake charmer. Everyone was absorbed under the influence of some mantras that he was chanting. Everyone was absorbed under the influence of some mantras that he was chanting. So nice kirtan was going on. Daive gati tahaya aila haridas danka nitya dekhe na haila ekapash. By providence, Haridas Thakur also came there in that village. And he began to watch the snake charmer from the side as the snake charmer was doing kirtan. Manushya sharire naga raja mantra bale adhisthana hayana chaye kutuhale. By the power of the mantras chanted by the snake charmer, the king of snakes, that is Lord Anantashesh, Nityananda Prabhu, had appeared in the body of the snake charmer. This is the Avesh. There are different types of avatars of Bhagwan. One avatar, as described in Chaitanya Charitamrita, is Avesh, like Nakulananda Brahmachari had Mahaprabhu's Avesh. Similarly, the snake charmer had the Avesh of Shri Nityananda Prabhu, Anantashesh. He had Avesh and he was happily dancing. Kaliya dahe kari lena ye natya ishware sei gita gayena karunya ucha sware. The snake charmer was loudly and sweetly singing about Krishna's dance in Kaliya Daha, in the lake of Kaliya. So basically, this snake charmer was singing Krishna Leela, Kaliya Damana Leela. He was singing and he was dancing. Nice kirtan was going on. And Haridas Thakur is watching this. Now, in the interest of time, I will read quickly. Shuni nija prabhura mahima Haridas, padila murchita hai kotha nahi swas. Listen to this. Shuni nija prabhura mahima Haridas. As Haridas Thakur heard the glorification of his Prabhu, his Ishtadev, Shri Krishna, padila murchita hai kotha nahi swas. He became murchit, he became overwhelmed and stunned and fell down unconscious in ecstasy and was not even breathing, Haridas Thakur, just by hearing Kaliya Daman Leela. This is the power of Krishna Katha. In the interest of time, I will not read the Bengali verses, although they are very beautiful and I feel like reciting them. But anyway, we'll run out of time. So when he regained consciousness some moments later, Haridas Thakur roared loudly and began to dance in ecstasy. Seeing Haridas Thakur's ecstatic mood, the snake charmer stopped his dancing and stood off to the side. Thakur Haridas rolled on the ground and wonderful ecstatic symptoms like hair standing on end, crying, shivering manifested in the body. Gada gadi jayana Thakura Haridas Adbhuta Pulaka Ashru Kampera Prakash. Aha. Haridas Thakur was fully absorbed in ecstatic love after hearing the transcendental qualities of Lord Krishna, and tears of love flowed from his eyes. Rodana karena Haridasa Mahashaye Shuniya Prabhura Guna Haila Tanmay. Wow, wow, wow. What poetry. Everyone surrounding Haridas Thakur joyfully began chanting Krishna's glory. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. While the snake charmer respectfully stood to the side with folded hands. Snake charmer. Folded hands. He respectfully stood aside as Haridas Thakur was manifesting ecstatic symptoms. And everybody was chanting, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. After Haridas Thakur returned to external consciousness, the snake charmer again began to dance. As usual. Everyone was overwhelmed with joy after seeing Haridas' ecstatic absorption in Krishna. They all eagerly took dust from the footprints of Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur left, and the footprints that Haridas Thakur left behind, the devotees took dust. Because it is embarrassing to go and touch. It is embarrassing for the Vaishnava to be touched on the lotus feet. So they took from the footprints. That is best. That is Uttam. Take it from the footprints as the Vaishnava Thakur walks away. They all eagerly took dust from the footprints and smeared that dust on their head, on their body. Yekhane padaye tara charanera dhuli sabai lepena ange hai kutuhali. This is the praman. We should take from the footsteps. Wherever the pure devotee has stepped, we can take dust from there. We don't have to embarrass them by touching their feet. Also, it is said in the Shastra that when we touch the feet of a great Vaishnava, we are giving all our karma to them. So we should not do that. One pseudo Brahman who was in the audience thought, I will also dance today. Look, Haridas Thakur danced and he got so much respect. I will also dance today. Even an illiterate fool who dances like as if he's in ecstasy is greatly respected by common people. So he's calling Haridas Thakur an illiterate fool. This illiterate fool danced and got so much respect, man samman, from the assembled people. Let me also dance, so I will also get respect. Thinking in this way, he immediately crashed to the ground and became motionless. As soon as the pseudo Brahman fell near the dancing snake charmer, the snake charmer became angry. He is Nitai. He is the one who killed Roma Harshana Suta. As soon as pseudo Brahman fell near the dancing snake charmer, the snake charmer who has Nitai Avesh, Ananta Shesh, is there within him. The snake charmer became angry and began severely beating the pseudo Brahman with a stick. Pat, pat, pat. After being beaten with a stick all over the body, the anguished pseudo Brahman ran away screaming, Bapre, Bapre, bachao, bachao, bachao. Yeah. Vetrera prahare, Vetra means stick. Vetrera prahare dvija, jhara jhara hayya, Bap, Bap bali sheshe, gela palaila. Bhagya. Are Bapre, Are Bapre, chodo, chodo. Ran away. Thereafter, the snake charmer happily continued with his dance, as everyone there watched in astonishment. Right? Abhi Haridas Thakur became ecstatic, fell in ecstasy, shed tears of love and became stunned, the snake charmer folded hands and offered respect and patiently stood aside. When Haridas Thakur recovered, Haridas Thakur left, everybody took dust from his footprints. Then the snake charmer again started describing Krishna Lila, Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam. And now this apparent Brahman became stunned and started manifesting ecstatic symptoms. And this snake charmer took a stick and severely beat him. Later on, with folded hands, they asked the snake charmer, please explain to us, why did you beat this Brahman? And why did you stand aside with folded hands when Haridas Thakur was dancing? Haridasa nachi teva, joda haste kene, rahila esava katha, kahata apane. Please explain to us why you stood aside, offered respect to Haridas, whereas you beat this Brahman with a stick. Then the devotee, the snake charmer was a devotee. He spoke. And actually, the greatest devotee, Ananta Shesh, Ananta Nitai, Nityananda Prabhu spoke through the mouth of the snake charmer about the glories of Sri Haridas Thakur. Kahite lagila Haridasera Prabhav. You have asked about a very mysterious subject. Although it is confidential, I must disclose it to all of you. Please listen carefully. Haridasa Thakurera dekhiya avesha tomara ye bhakti bada karila vishesha. You all felt great reverence, respect for Sri Haridas Thakur when you saw his ecstatic dance, isn't it? Yes. And seeing this, that pseudo Brahman, he also imitated Haridas Thakur. He fell to the ground because he wants respect. He is envious of Haridas Thakur. He called Haridas Thakur an illiterate fool. Who has the power to enviously disturb the pleasure of my dancing? Out of audacity, this pseudo Brahman tried to imitate Haridas Thakur, and therefore I punished him accordingly. This is the Khanda Guru Tattva. Imitators will be punished. Therefore, our Paratara Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he says that cheap imitators, pseudo devotees, will be deprived of sadhu sangha. It goes on. Shri Nityananda Prabhu through the snake charmer said, actually the pseudo Brahman has no love for Krishna. To achieve devotional service of Lord Krishna, one has to be free from duplicity. Let me read this verse, very important. Esa kala dambhikera Krishna priti nai akaitava haile se Krishna bhakti pai. Krishna bhakti pai. How do we get Krishna bhakti? Akaitava haile se. We have to become akaitan. We have to become non-duplicious. As Srila Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj would often say, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Patita Pavan. He will deliver you if you say, I am fallen, I am sinful, I am aparadhi, I am papi, please save me. Yes, Mahaprabhu will save. He is Patita Pavan. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not Kapati Pavan. If we are Kapati, we try to show ourselves as very advanced when we are not. Then we will be deprived of Mahaprabhu's mercy. E sakala dambhi kere Krishna priti nai. He had no love for Krishna. Akaidava haile se Krishna bhakti paye. One has to become non-duplicitous. Saralta hi Vaishnavta. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said. We have to be straightforward. Now, I want to conclude by reading this. Please listen. Glorification of Srila Haridas Thakur. Ye dekhila nachi lena Haridasa O nritya dekhile sarva bandhaya nasha. Haridasa nritya Krishna nache na apane brahmanda pavitrahaya O nritya darshane. So beautiful. One who sees Sri Haridas Thakur dancing is freed from all bondage. Jai ye dekhila nachi lena Haridas, O nritya dekhile sarva bandhaya nash. When Sri Haridas Thakur dances, Lord Krishna personally comes and dances there. Haridasa nritya Krishna nachena apane. Thus the whole world, whole universe can be purified by seeing the dancing of Haridas Thakur. Brahmanda pavitrahaya O nritya darshane. Listen, my dear friends. उहाना से योग्य पद हरिदास नाम, निरवधि कृष्ण चंद्र हृदय उहान. His name Haridas is appropriate. Why? Because Lord Krishna constantly dwells in his heart. Yes, he is Haridas. Sarvabhuta Vatsala Sabara Upkari Ishwarera Sange Prati Janme Avatari. Haridas Thakur is affectionate to all living entities. And he is always engaged in everybody's welfare. He accompanies the Lord wherever he incarnates. Yes, these are Nitya Siddhas. Nitya Siddhas. They always go with Krishna, wherever Krishna goes. Tilardha uhana sanga ye jive rahaya se avashya paya Krishna pada padmashraya. One who associates with Sri Haridas Thakur for even a fraction of a moment will certainly attain shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Say avashya paya Krishna pada padmashraya. Brahma Shiva Haridasa Hena Bhakta Sangha Niravadhi Karite Chittera Badaranga. Even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva always desire to associate with devotee like Haridas Thakur. Jati Kula Saba Nirarthaka Bhujaite Janmile na Nicha Kule Prabhura Adnyate. Clearly it is mentioned. On the order of the Supreme Lord, Haridas Thakur took birth in a low class family. To show that birth in a high caste or good family is useless. Jati, Kula, Saba, Nirarthaka Bhujaite. Understand that Jati, Kula is everything Nirartha. It is useless. It doesn't matter where you are born. Kiba Vipra, Kiba Nyasi, Shudra ke nana hai, Jai Krishna Tattvaveta se Guru hai. Jai Bhaje se Bada. अभक्त दीनाचार. कृष्ण भक्ते nahi jati kuladri vichar. One who does Krishna bhajan is bada. Jai bhaje sei bada. Abhakta dinachar. And one who is abhakta, one who does not do bhajan, is fallen. Krishna bhakti nahi jati kuladi vichar. In Krishna bhakti, there is no consideration of jati and kul. Aristocratic family and Brahminical birth, no. Anybody, kiba vipra, kiba nyasi, shudra ke banan. Jai Krishna Tattvaveta sei Guru hai. Adhama kulete jadi Vishnu bhakta hai, tathapi se ise pujya sarva shastra kai. If a devotee of Lord is born in a low class family, he is still worthy of worship. This is the verdict of the Shastra. Sarva Shastra kai. Adhama kulete jadi Vishnu bhakta hai, tathapi se ise pujya. He is pujya. Sarva Shastra kai. Aho batasva pachato gariyan yah jivagre vartate namatubhyam. Even if one is born in a dog eater's family, Chandal family, Shwapacha family, dog eater family, yah jivagre vartate namatubhyam. But if that devotee with the tongue is chanting your holy name, Mother Devahuti is telling, Lord Kapila Dev, that person can deliver his entire family and ancestors. Yes. But someone who is not a devotee of Krishna cannot even deliver himself. What to speak of others? What to speak of others? So this is a very important Siddhanta. There are many verses glorifying Srila Haridas Thakur. We are already 10 minutes over time, but I will read one last verse, verse 247. Very beautiful verse. Sakrit ye balibe ka Haridasa nama satya satya seha jai beka Krishna dhama. I assure you, this is Nitai speaking. He is the Samasta Guru Tattva. He is the Adi Guru. The Khanda Guru Tattva, uninterrupted Guru Tattva is coming from Nityananda Prabhu, Nityananda Ram. He is speaking. Adi Guru is speaking. I assure you that one who simply chants the name of Shri Haridas Thakur once, Sakri diye, Bali Beka, Haridasanam, without offense, will certainly attain the abode of Lord Krishna. Sakri diye Bali Beka, Haridasanam, Satya Satya Seha Jai, Beka Krishna Dham. Jaya 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 Thakur Haridas Namera Mahima Jenho Korila Prakash. All glories to Srila Haridas Thakur, who broadcast the glories of Krishna Nam. Jai Ho. Srila Haridas Thakur Mahashaya ki Jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Mahashaya ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Bhagavad ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhakti Sangha Japa Group ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for such an ecstatic class. Your enthusiasm was rubbing onto us. Thank you so much. It was very meditative. Dear devotees, we'll open the forum for question and answers. Srimati Mataji will take over. But before that, just a quick announcement on behalf of all the coordinators and the speakers in Bhakti Sangha. This is a gentle reminder for everyone to stick to the contents of the class when you ask questions. If you have any private questions or discussions, we can take this offline because these classes are recorded and live in many forums. Thank you for your understanding. Yashamati Mataji, you can facilitate question and answer.
Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Such a very sweet and wonderful nectarian class. And which way you just glorified the Haridas Thakur. It was so ecstatic. And it was so, I cannot express my words. It was so nice. So, you know, sometimes I feel like that, that I miss this all association with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associated devotees. So, which way you just glorified, it was really nice. So I'm so grateful to you, Prabhuji. Always, as usual, whenever you come and take class, it is very ecstatic class all the time. So I'm so grateful to you. And if anybody have any questions, they can go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams, glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you once again for the very wonderful session. And really, the way you narrate the pastime, the way you sing the verses is awesome, Prabhu. I have one question, Prabhu. In the previous few verses, it was mentioned, and you also pointed out that how Ishvara Puri Pad came as is disguised in Navadvip, right? So you answered that, you know, the Vaishnava doesn't want to prove that he's a Vaishnava, but why he came in disguise to such an extent where he, being a Tridandi sannyasi, came with, you know, one danda and not even proclaiming himself that he is from a Vaishnava community. Like, to that extent, what was the reason of his disguise?
The heart of a Vaishnava is very deep. And a Vaishnava is a puppet in the hands of Krishna. Kashtera putali jata nachao se mate, nachao nachao prabhu nachao se mate. A Shuddha Vaishnava is a puppet in the hands of Krishna. And Krishna is Achintya Guna Swarupam, Govindam Adi Purusham, Tamaham Bhajami. Krishna is Achintya. And a Vaishnava is a puppet in the hands of Achintya Krishna. Therefore, a Vaishnava also is Achintya. Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra, Vigyena Bhujaye. Purabe Saba, Bhagavad Ekaye. All the great souls have said in the past that the activities of a pure devotee are difficult to understand. Who can understand the heart of a pure devotee? Who can understand why a pure Paramhamsa Vaishnava like Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Namo Gaur Kishoraya, Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye, Vipralambha, Rasambodhe, Padambujayate Nama. Vairagya Murti, Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj would go and sit in a dabba latrine, a municipal dabba latrine, and chant. When we go to a nice Western commode toilet, we immediately wash our hands and legs and we purify ourselves. We spend as little time as required. And here is Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Paramhamsa Vaishnava, a friend of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Mahasaya, the spiritual master of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Jagat Guru Prabhupada. He's sitting in a dabba latrine. I have seen dabba latrine when I grew up in the 1980s. It is quite obnoxious. And he would sit there and not come out for days doing bhajan. Because pratishtha and respect is more abominable than stool, urine, and vomit for a pure devotee. Different devotees manifest different aspects of bhakti. We can have Srila Prabhupada wearing silk kurta with golden buttons and riding in a Rolls-Royce car. But that same Srila Prabhupada is very happy wearing a torn dhoti in the tiny room in Radha Damodar Mandir where he cannot even afford food and rent. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj, one of our acharyas in the Gaudiya Math, Sri Caitanya Gaudiya Math, he recounts an incident. In the early 1960s, when Srila Prabhupada, our Srila Prabhupada, was staying in their mutt for a few days. It was the summer season, and all of you know how hot it can get in Vrindavan. In fact, many times there are days in the year when Sri Govardhan is one of the hottest places in India. Srila Prabhupada was leaving the mutt in the middle of the afternoon when it was scorching hot to go and meet a businessman. So Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj, who at the time was a brahmachari, he asked our Srila Prabhupada, Swami Maharaj, it is very, very hot. Why are you going now? Srila Prabhupada replied that this falana businessman has promised to buy my Back to Godhead magazines and has promised a donation of 5 rupees. And the only appointment he has given me is 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And Srila Prabhupada was going to walk there because Srila Prabhupada could not afford to pay a rickshaw. And it was several kilometers away. Srila Prabhupada said, I have to go because he's going to buy Back to Godhead magazines and he has promised a donation of 5 rupees. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj was in tears. He went and told his Gurudev, Shri Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj, that this is the condition, this is the situation. Swami Maharaj wants to go now. Already we know he has had sunstroke and he has fainted. Srila Madhav Maharaj told Srila Prabhupada, I will give you 10 rupees. Please don't go. I will give you 10 rupees, but please don't go now. Just leave it. Because we are concerned about your health. You already had a sunstroke and you fell. Please don't go. And Srila Prabhupada replied, this human body is meant for the service of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. And if in the execution of service to Shri Guru, Shri Gauranga, this body gets finished, then that is most glorious. That is the proper utilization of this body. But to use this body for comfort and sense gratification is not the path of pure bhakti. So who can understand the heart of a pure devotee? For 5 rupees, Srila Prabhupada was risking his life to give out few Back to Godhead magazines and to collect a donation of 5 rupees. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada knew that he is going to be attacked with metal rods and bricks. People were so envious of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada for preaching boldly against the Smarta Brahmanas, who are saying that it is only the prerogative of the Brahmanas, Jati Brahmanas, who are born in Brahman families, to do Pathan, to study the Vedic literatures and to teach the Vedic literatures. But here you are giving Diksha to Shudras and Vaishyas and all sorts of people, and you are making them give Bhagavatam classes. Then who will listen to us? Our monopoly will be finished. They were envious of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. And they paid in those days 5,000 rupees to the police inspector of Mayapur to simply not do anything. There will be an attack. We are asking you, just look the other way. Don't take any cognizance. Just don't do anything. That's all. We are not asking you to support us. You don't have to do anything. Just don't come there until we finish our work. We are going to kill this sadhu. The police inspector immediately came running to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, who was on parikrama with his disciples. And he told Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur that the local people, they are very envious of you, and they have given money to contract killers who are going to come and kill you. And they offered me thousands of rupees just to keep quiet. And honestly, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, I would have taken the bribe and kept quiet. But my conscience tells me that when the life of a genuine sadhu Vaishnava like you is at risk, I should not keep quiet. That's why I came to warn you. Did Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur end the parikrama and leave? No. He continued, even at great personal, and he was attacked. Avashya Rakshive Krishna Vishwasa Palana. Your own Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, very well knew the risks, of COVID-19. But the higher principle is to enthuse and encourage devotees who are struggling all alone on the front lines, who are depressed because devotees cannot meet in person, all live classes are gone, and they are struggling alone. Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj said, how can I sit here in Ujjain comfortable when those poor devotees are struggling all by themselves at the front line? Yes, that is the spirit of a spiritual warrior. fights from the front lines. Not like today's commanders who sit in front of a computer and give orders. Attack, drop the bomb. They are sitting comfortably in their CIA building or whatever it is called. Those are the modern Kali Yuga Kshatriyas. But an Acharya teaches by example, leads from the front lines. That is one, to inspire and encourage the devotees who were depressed and discouraged because of what was happening in this world. All the donations had stopped, all the programs had stopped, there was no sadhu sangha. He wanted to inspire and invigorate them. But more importantly, Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj is teaching all of us a siddhanta that Mahapurna teaches us. It does not matter where a pure devotee leaves the body. It doesn't have to be like Srila Prabhupada in Vrindavan Dham in the month of Kartik, in Krishna Balram Mandir surrounded by devotees. It doesn't have to be like that. If it is like that, glorious. It doesn't have to be like Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj, where on the auspicious Tithi, Tirobhav Tithi of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, you are sitting in Sridham Mayapur, in Chandrodaya Mandir, and you are speaking Radha Krishna Katha, and absorbed in Radha Krishna Milan, you depart from this world, chanting the name of your Ishtadev Gopal, and with your eyes gazing at the beautiful photo of Gopal. That is glorious. Doesn't have to be like that, but for a devotee, it doesn't matter where, in what condition. Everything is auspicious for a pure devotee. Everything. Because the devotee is carrying Krishna in the heart. Tomara hridoy sada Govinda Vishrama, Govinda kahe namora Vaishnava paran. Govinda says, this Vaishnava is my pran, and the Vaishnava is carrying Krishna in the core of his heart. Doesn't matter whether it is like Shri Ladini Mataji in a God-forsaken West African country, being killed in the presence of some ruthless militia, or whether it is like Srila Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj in Gita Nagari, or whether it is like Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj or Srila Prabhupada. This Siddhanta has to be understood. Everything is auspicious for a sincere devotee. Everything. Whether we leave our body in a road accident, or in an ICU in a hospital, or in a battlefield, or in a temple, or at home. Everything is auspicious for a devotee. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam evashasi. Will come to me. Just do these things. Become my devotee. Always think of me. That's all. Doesn't matter where and how you die. My Guru Maharaj, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj says that Anta kale cha mam eva smaran muktva kalevaram naturally happens for a devotee. Maharaj was asked how? If a devotee suddenly dies of a gunshot wound, or suddenly in a road accident, how? Or dies in a coma, how that smaran can happen? Guru Maharaj replied, Vedayascha sarvair ahameva vedyo vedanta krit veda vid eva chaham. Mataha smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Mataha smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Mataha smritir. From Krishna comes smriti. From Krishna comes remembrance. Remembrance is not that on my own bal, on my own strength I will do. Mataha smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Vedayascha sarvair ahameva vedya vedanta krit veda. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto matah smritirjnanam apohanam cha. Krishna is there in everyone's heart. Krishna is there in the heart of a devotee. And from Krishna comes remembrance. We cannot see that remembrance, but that remembrance is happening for a pure devotee. To teach this Siddhanta, Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, Acharya teaches. But who can understand? Who can understand this? Many times the question is asked, why? Who can understand? Purabe sab bhagvat ek hai. Vaishnava kriya mudra bhigya na bhujaye. Why would Srila Gaur Kishordas Babaji Maharaj sit in a latrine? Why would Srila Ishwar Puripad go around with a ekadanda, hiding his bhajan, hiding his love? Why Shripad Madhavendra Puri would run away from fame and prestige? Who can understand? We cannot understand. We can only understand that they are acharyas and we have to follow their instructions. The behavior of a Vaishnava is not easy to understand, because the Vaishnava is following the internal dictations of Krishna, and Krishna is Achintya. Achintya Guna Swarupa. So the Vaishnava also is Achintya. Cannot understand why they do. But here, in the case of Shri Ishwar Puripad, we can understand that he wants to avoid pratishtha. He wants to avoid fame, adoration, distinction, appreciation, respect. That's what we can understand. Is that okay? Kirtita Sundari Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Maybe it is late, so we can end the call if there are no more questions. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So if nobody have any questions, so we will close the call. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to you, Prabhuji. Very, very enlightening class today. It was very wonderful and very sweet. We are very grateful to you. We look forward to your association again in future. More and more, I can say. So if nobody have a question, vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Shri Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Shri Caitanya Bhagavat ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, His Grace Adi Gadadhar Das Prabhu ki jai.
Yay! Thank you,
Jai.
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Closing the call.